Hello, my lovely friends. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Shannon, and today we're going to be doing a stretching video. So I really want to focus today on just relaxing. I'm not going to have you do anything too crazy. We're not going to get into the splits or anything like that. This is kind of more just to feel good, to feel calm. If you're feeling anxious or if you've had a long day and you kind of just want to self-soothe and take care of yourself, that is what today's video is for. Stretching just has so many benefits for your entire body. It can increase your mood, and just moving your body a little bit in your day is so important. So I haven't posted a video in a little bit because I got sick. It sucked on my wedding anniversary. I was stuck home in bed. But yeah, I'm still kind of recovering from that. So if you can hear it a little in my voice, that is where we're at. And then I had my show at school and I performed in 5 pieces. Super proud of that. But before we get into today's video, I want you to make sure that you have raised your core body temperature, that you are warm, your muscles are ready to go. It's super important before you stretch. Casper is making a guest appearance, so she'll be in and out of the video. It's super important that you are warm because your muscles aren't ready to stretch if they're cold. That should sound kind of obvious, but a lot of dancers will think, oh, I'm gonna just get into my splits before I start class, or things like that, which is great if you have done jumping jacks or something to get your body ready to get into those splits before class. But really the prime time for your stretching is gonna be at night, because you've walked, you've gone places, you've climbed stairs. That's when your body is at its most optimal flexibility. It's great to stretch in the morning to kind of get your day going as well, but your body is not going to be as flexible in the morning as it will be at night. So with that being said, if you're stretching in the morning, you might not get as far down into your stretch, but the benefits of the stretch are still there. So if you aren't warm yet, I'm gonna go ahead and link my warm-up video in the description below. Go ahead and do that first and then come back and meet me here. So once you've done that, we'll go ahead and get started. So go ahead and just get into a cross-legged position right now for me. Go ahead and just close your eyes, both of your hip bones sinking into the floor, and just take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. We'll do that a couple more times, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And on this last one, I want you to inhale, hold the breath, and on the exhale, think you're blowing through a straw. Excellent work. And you can either keep your eyes closed or leave them open. We're gonna go ahead and just roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Really releasing any tension. A lot of us, I know when I'm stressed or I've had a stressful day, I hold a lot of tension in my shoulders. Go ahead and reverse. This is just telling your body to relax. And throughout this stretch, I really want you to think you're breathing through your stomach. When we get stressed out, we breathe through our chest. So when we breathe through our stomach, it really signals to our body that it's time to relax and calm down. So really think the chest stays neutral. It's gonna move a little, obviously, but really think about breathing through your stomach, inflating it and deflating it as we go through these stretches. So let's go ahead and have a little neck roll. I even got a crack in there, which is nice. Go very slow. And go ahead and reverse, rolling the neck to the other side. Beautiful. And go ahead and bring the head to one side. And you're going to gently put your hand on your ear. You're not putting pressure. You're just gently holding it there. And if you want a little bit extra, you can go ahead and flex that hand to the side. Beautiful. Release that. We'll go over to the other side. just gently. You're not putting pressure, you're not yanking the neck, you're just gently assisting the stretch. Beautiful. And go ahead and interlace your fingers. Once again, we're not tugging on the neck, we're just putting it right behind our head and holding it, releasing any tension. Don't forget to be breathing throughout all of our stretches. And release that. I want you to go ahead, because we're always hunching forward, looking at our phones, looking at our computers, all of those things. Our neck is always forward, but very rarely are we looking up. So I want you to just let that head relax backward, opening up that chest, and just hold it there. Good. Alrighty, from there, hope your shoulders and neck area feel nice and released. I want you to just take a nice, easy stretch to the side and bring it up. We're just going to slowly alternate and up. Let's go ahead and do a couple more on each side. Really feeling it in the obliques, the whole side body. And you can even think of really reaching toward the opposite walls of your room or wherever you are. I hope wherever you are nice and relaxed. This is just the time to focus on yourself, take care of yourself. Don't think about anything else going on in your life right now. Just think about your body and what it's doing for you in this moment. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and we're gonna cross one foot over the other. I think in yoga they call this lotus. So you can, if this is too much, you can also cross over like this, if that feels better. Or another option is you can lay it down on your back and cross it over here. Reach through, wherever feels good to you. We'll start seated, just because I really like this one. And I like to try and line up my shins together, and I keep my feet flexed just to protect my knees. And if this feels enough for you right here, just stay there and hold it. Or if you want to reach it forward, go ahead and do that. And we're going to hold this for 30 seconds, and I'm starting the timer right now. And as you're breathing, thinking about dropping those sits bones into the mat, keeping oxygen flowing through all those muscles. And the exhales is where you want to try and reach farther. And we're going to go ahead and bring it on up, switching over to the other side. And this is really to get those hips stretched and those glutes. So once you've set up wherever you need to be, go ahead and reach forward or stay where you need to be. That's totally fine. Hold a 30 seconds on here. And I probably won't talk too much throughout this video, number one, because my voice is like in and out. And secondly, I really just want you to all have some relaxing music on in the background. I lit a candle for you all. Hopefully you can see it. I just really want this to be about taking care of yourself and relaxing and just feeling good. And go ahead and bring it up. Beautiful. So we're going to bring it down onto our backs now. So go ahead and just slowly bring it onto your back, however feels good for you. And we're going to go ahead and stretch out our hamstrings right here. So you can either have both legs bent. This would be your first option. You can straighten that bottom leg or you can straighten both legs. And we're really just trying to get that back of the leg. Once again, if it feels like too much, bend that leg, and you can have a slight bend here too, wherever feels good to you. And you want to grab either behind your thigh, behind your calf, or behind the ankle. You don't want to grab on the knee. And we'll hold this for 30 seconds. Time starts now. And you can play with flexing or pointing the foot, whatever feels good to you. You want to make sure both of your hip bones are facing the ceiling. You can even circle the ankle if that feels good to you. Really just taking care of yourself and breathing. Excellent. So go ahead and come out of that. We're going to get our IT band now. So I want you to flex your foot, and we're going to grab it with that opposite hand. If this is too much, you can always have a slight bend right here, or you can be holding here, wherever feels good to you. And we're starting the time right now. Feel free to close your eyes as you stretch, making sure you're breathing, just enjoying this time with yourself. Or if you're doing it with a friend, enjoying relaxing with your friend. And we're going to go ahead and bring that out of that. So we're going to open up our hip again. So you can either bring that knee to the side and just hold it here. You can have both legs bent, or if you want a little more, you can extend that leg. You don't have to extend it all the way, but if you can, go ahead and do that. Time starts now. And I don't want you guys to think about time or worry about time. Just breathe through it. I will let you know when you need to come out. You don't have to worry about counting or anything like that. I might even put a little clock on the screen for you to not worry about the time. And you don't want to think about reaching your foot to the ground. You want to think about reaching it towards your ear. We're going to relax out of that. And then this is great for your back. I want you to bring that leg across. Doesn't have to touch the floor, but if it can, that's great. You're gonna look in the opposite direction towards your hand that's outstretched, and we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds as well. Time starts now. Really just let go. Don't be holding on to any tension in the muscles. We really tend to, when we're uncomfortable, to tense up. But I really want you to think about just letting your body really ease into these stretches. Don't fight it. Let your body just relax. Keeping both of the shoulder blades onto the mat. And we're going to get out of that, and we're going to switch over to the other side. So we're starting with that hamstring stretch. Time starts now. And it's Sunday when I'm filming this, is when I usually really like to stretch because I'm dancing hardcore all week. I'm getting better about coming home from dance class and stretching, but Sundays are the days that I really take to just stretch. And it feels so nice to just start your week relaxing, detoxing your muscles, breathing, all of that good stuff. And we're going to go ahead and head into that IT band on this side. Time starts now. Really flexing the foot. You want to think about bringing that heel towards the ceiling. Let me know if you guys want to see more stretching videos. I would love to make more of these for you. Stretching is like my favorite thing to do, so I would be happy to do more like splits and things like that. Moving into that hip stretch right here. But today I really just wanted to focus on relaxation, taking care of yourself, de-stressing, you know, kind of like a chicken soup for the body. But if you guys want more intense stretches, how to get into your splits, middle splits, crazy dancer stretches, let me know if you want to see that. I can also play with yoga blocks, the foam roller, the lacrosse ball. I definitely will do a video like that because it's so, so good for you. Coming out of that stretch, we're gonna come into our happy baby right here. So you can either just bring both knees in. In fact, let's start there. We're just gonna bring the knees into the chest and go ahead and roll side to side. It'll feel really good for that low back. Beautiful. All right, and let's come into a happy baby right here. So you can either bend here and hold behind the thighs, you can hold onto the calves, or I like to grab onto my big toes and really just pull your knees towards your armpits, and you can sway back and forth if that feels good to you. Amazing, and go ahead and release that. We're gonna go ahead and come onto the other side of our body now. So go ahead and flip on over, come onto all fours with me. So I want you to think of your shoulders right over your wrists, your hips right over your knees, and let's just go ahead and start with a cat-cow. So I want you to go ahead and curl your body. And then go ahead and arch as you exhale. And inhale, curl. Exhale, arch. This is really good for releasing that back. Feels so good. Let's do a few more of those. And curl. And arch. I've got long hair, so it goes everywhere. And curl. That's how my sister said she recognized me at my show. Arch. She's like, I was looking for the girl with the longest ponytail. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and thread the needle. This is great for that upper back. So you're gonna go ahead and bring your back arm, go ahead and twist it through and just set that shoulder down and play with adjusting. You really wanna feel it in your shoulders, that upper back area, and just breathe into it. You can also sit further back if that feels better to you. And one more breath, inhale and exhale. Go ahead and switch sides. So go ahead and bring that other arm, loop it through. And one more breath, inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and press back into a child's pose, but I really want you to open up your knees about the width of your mat and press back into it. Resting your forehead on the mat. This is such a great stretch for relaxation. And if at any point in this video you feel like a stretch is too much, come back to this pose. This is a great pose to just sit in and relax in. Let's take one more deep breath in and exhale. Let's go ahead and press into our down dog. So go ahead and bring those toes and really pressing the heels into the mat, really thinking about flattening that chest, and go ahead and walk the dog if that feels good to you. Good, and press both heels down. Go ahead and if it feels good to you, you can reach towards that opposite side. Got a little shake in my arm too, so we're working our arms. And switching. You can also reach for that thigh or the calf as well if you can't get that ankle. Beautiful, relax. And let's go ahead and transition into an up dog. So you can either bring it onto the knees and be here if that feels better, or you can come into a full up dog. Now when we do this, we don't want to crunch into it. You see, this is not going to feel good on our back. We want to really press away from it, thinking our head is attached to something on the ceiling. And I have hyperextended elbows, so if that looks crazy, I'm sorry. So you want to have a slight bend because you don't want to be into your joints. This is a slight bend for me, which probably looks like most people's straight, but I am super hypermobile in my elbows. I'm just holding it here. Go ahead and look back towards one of your heels, getting that twist. And coming center. Let's look over to the other heel. And center. Beautiful. Pressing back into that child's pose again. Slowly rolling up. Beautiful. Let's take a roll through the shoulders. Go ahead and cross the arm over. Sorry if that sounds weird because I know my arm is touching my mic. And release. Other side. Amazing. And you guys probably did this in PE, but we're going to do it here because it is actually a really good stretch. So I want you to, I'm going to face backwards so you can see. I want you to reach one arm here and try and touch the other arm here. And if that's too much, you can grab a towel and hold it, or you can just grab it with your other arm and hold there. Face back towards you guys. Beautiful, and release. Do the other side. Now, this side is harder for me, so I have to work a little harder, but we're not built symmetrical. That's why we stretch and practice this every day. And our bodies are different every day. You don't wake up the same. The way you sleep, what you ate, all of that affects. Whew, shake it out. Let's go ahead and stretch out our wrists. I always like to do this. So go ahead and just face your hands towards you and press. Yeah, our body's different every day, so be kind to yourself. Go ahead and flip them and just work with where your body is that day. There's so many different factors that change our body. And I think that's going to be it for our stretch today, my friends. And I hope you feel nice and relaxed and calm. We worked pretty much through the whole body. So I really wanted to just focus on getting you nice and comfy. I hope you feel really good. I hope you feel calmer. And if you are having anxiety, just know that everything's going to be okay. And just moving your body, you accomplished a lot today just for doing that. And I'm very proud of you. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.